Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I have got a wonderful collection of tiny little stamps from our friends at Nellie's Choice. We've got a cute little Dreaming to be a Pilot, an Engineer, a little birdhouse, and a cute little set of chickie stamps. I can't wait to show you what I've done with them, so come play with us. So let's take a look at what I did with these cute little chickie stamps. This is a Slimline card, so it is 8.5 by 3.5. I cut about an inch off of the front part of the card, the front flap, and I covered my card with some beautiful rose paper from Teacups and Roses patterned cardstock, and then I also used this coordinating solid cardstock as well. So let's take a look at this little one. We've got these three cute little chickies on the front here, and then on the inside, I just did a little cutout there of this cute little chickie. So it was really easy to color these. They're just a really simple little design. I used Tri-Blend marker. If you're not familiar with them, they're 3 pens in one, and I'm going to show you how those work in a minute. This is Citrus Blend, which is a really nice bright yellow. And then along the bottom edge, I just used the surface of my ink pad, which was olive green, really nice cheerful little green, and I just drug that across the bottom there. And then for this sky, I just added a little bit of blue. It's just a little bit of a tint, and I used Arctic Mist and then a set of blender brushes. This little one right here was great in getting in those little corners there. So very easy to put together. Cut down my paper and then just made a nice little strip there and added a special little polka dot bow. You know, little chickies are not just for Easter, so it's still spring and still time to celebrate those adorable little animals. And I also added Sending Smiles, which is from this fantastic collection here. These are pastel and pearl script greeting dazzle stickers. Fantastic color collection here, and I used that nice little green one right there. Let's see, what else can I tell you about this? I should mention, for those of you that are new to stamping or new to our webisodes, what I like to stamp on. So this is Hunky Dory Lightweight Essential Cardstock. Great big pad of it. It's a great size, fits well on a stamping platform, which is what I used for all of these projects. Love to use this. It takes the color really well, and I like the weight. Now, when using, let's see, alcohol pens, I like to use alcohol-proof dye ink. This is from Spectrum Noir, and also from Memento. This is Tuxedo Black. They are water-based inks, and when using alcohol markers, you want to use a water-based ink so they don't bleed together and get all muddy. So that's a very important thing to remember. All right, so let's move on. See what else have I got on my list? Here we go. Maybe we can zoom in a little bit, Steve. So we have got the cute little, this little one is called In My Birdhouse. Such a cute little, and a little chickie, little birdie sticking his head out there. I love the Easter or spring themes of all of these stamps. So I made myself a cute little magnet just to stick on my fridge. And for that, I started off with, these are traditionally ornaments, so they've got holes in them, but I just covered them with paper and they work great for magnets. So we've got a 3-inch chipboard circle, one of those, and then a 3.5-inch scalloped circle. And I covered them both with paper. And this is a Windflower 6x6 pattern cardstock. And I used a real colorful, sort of all over blossoms, blooms paper, and then this green paper here for the circle, and cut around those. And then I like to use a sanding block, because when you're cutting around these little scallops, you're not going to get a perfect cut around those. So I just took that, and then you just kind of go around each of those little edges of the scallop, and then you have a nice perfect fit, and even kind of shows a little bit of a white edge there, which is also added, before I went ahead and colored and cut out my little birdhouse, I added the coordinating chipboard for this. Just added the little leaves here and colored those with a green, here we go, this is a dull green, rather citrus green marker. So I just colored those and then glued those on. And then when I stamped my little birdhouse, I used, see, this is a true blue and earth brown for the roof. And then I used pale pink for the flowers, and then that citrus yellow again for the center of the flowers. And the cute little bird, I used golden brown blend to color that cute little bird. So sweet. And then I just used a couple of magnets that were like off of my fridge for those little advertisements that they give you. Cut those up and just stuck them on the back. We'll do a little recycling there. Right, so next we're going to show you what I did with that cute little train. This guy is so cute. This one is Train Engineer. And of course, this card is a center step card. It's one of my favorite cards to use. I love it because it's already pre-folded, and when somebody takes it out of the envelope, they don't have to do anything to assemble it. It's just pop right there, and it's just a really nice display. It's a little different. So at Hot Off the Press, from Hot Off the Press, we have the center step card in packs of 5. They're already pre-folded, they're die cut and pre-folded, just like this. They come out of the package, but we've also got them in a cutting die, if that's something that interests you, and you can have unlimited numbers of these. And then for my background paper, this is a paper pack that is brand new. This is Simply Stripes 6x6 pattern cardstock. And it is just Simply Stripes. We found that that was something that we just didn't have in our paper collection. Excuse me, I need to get a little sip of water. Allergies, right? There we go. So on this side, we have black stripes, pretty bold black stripe, and on the other side, sort of a double stripe there. And then we've got brown, really nice color, blue, green, yellow, open up, there we go, and a really nice cheerful red. So we find these are just to go in your basic stash, and they worked really nicely with our cute little Train Engineer here. I also used a set of cutting dies for the little square, and I just cut my hunky-dory stamping cardstock out of this square right here and then matted it with the black one and stamped directly onto my little square and colored that in. Used my true blue, my earth brown, let's see, my ice gray, my red, yellow, and just a little bit for his ears, a little bit of pale pink. And all of these, of course, are listed. If below our video, you'll see photos of each card. If you click on those, you'll see the supply lists. And all the products are listed right below in products used, and you can add them right to your cart. We also have a great money saver right over there on the right-hand side. If you're watching us on YouTube, look below the description box and you'll find that. Also added some little happy birthday stickers. These are 96 happy birthday Dazzle stickers in so many colors. There we go, and I used that nice blue one right there. Okay, so that was a really sweet little card. I love that one. So now we've got Dreaming to be a Pilot, and for this one I did something a little different. There we go. I cut this little guy out, and I did not use the little airplane, but I did stamp it like this to show you what it looks like. And for this I used brown ink. I used rustic brown. This is an alcohol proof ink, and I'm going to color this and do a little coloring and show you how I do it. I am not the greatest colorer, but I get by, and I have a few tips for you. So for this one too, we also used this great puzzle die. This is also by Nellie's Choice, and what I did is I cut that from the striped paper and then just removed one of those pieces, added the Missing You Dazzle stickers. These are from We're Together Dazzle stickers, and there's a really nice one that's kind of this bronzy brown color, and I added that. And then we've also got colorful thin line Dazzle stickers, and in here there is the same bronzy brown color, and I used that along the top and bottom right there. And that came together really nicely. Add that little touch of orange glimmer ribbon there. And let me show you how I colored this little guy. This little fox was so cute. So I started off with, I'm going to use, of course, orange and golden brown and true blue. And I think that's it. No, I also used a little bit of earth brown. So the first thing I did is I started off with my golden brown, which is one of my favorite colors. And I'm starting with the tail. Maybe we can even zoom in a little bit more, Steve. And I'm just coloring that tail in a little bit like that. And then I'm going to add some of the lighter color there. Oh, and I should mention, okay, so tri-blend markers, if you're not familiar with those, they're 3 pens in 1. So this is the orange color, there's the dark, the medium, and then the light pen. And you see you get that really nice kind of ombre effect there, and it's so easy to blend and so nice to use, especially for beginners. So I'm going to go ahead and use my golden brown. All right, and then go back to that orange. Oops, wow. And then go to the light orange, and I'm just going to go right into that golden brown. And then I'm going to color the whole thing with the light orange. When I was coloring this, I was like, okay, what does a fox look like? What are the markings on a fox? So I had to Google that and see, and just see what the fox, what kind of coloration and markings they had on that. It was pretty easy. Thank goodness for Google. All right, and so then I'm just going to go back and I'm taking the golden brown and the medium shade, and I'm blending that right up that line, right there. It kind of blends together a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the edge of the ears also with this color. And I'm going to do that with the edge, kind of the elbows there, and sort of the base of the feet. And then I'm going to go to the lighter shade. Color those in. There you go. And while I'm doing this, I'll remind you of the money saver that we have on this on the right-hand side of the screen at Paper Wishes. And if you're watching us on YouTube, as I said before, we do have a link below the video that'll just take you right to that money saver, this whole page actually. And you know what, while you're doing that, you should subscribe, because we do 3 to 5 of these videos a week. And you don't want to miss them. So go ahead and hit subscribe, and then also hit that notifications bell so you know when we drop a new video. We do them Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sundays often. So, all right. So that's how I get that coloring in, and then I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of the brown. This is earth brown. We're going to do his pants. We're just kind of color, the darker color I like to put towards the bottom, and then sort of as the light is hitting it towards the top of the pants or the top of the little stamp, I do lighter. And let's see what else we got. I guess I should go back and color his little hat, and for that I like to do the darkest shade of the golden brown. And what's great about this is you can always go back and darken and blend as you go. Right, and I think we're going to go ahead and go back to the orange to do the ears. We're going to do darker at the base of the ear. And then darker there, and then we're going to go to the light. I'm going to blend that together. And when I'm coloring this in, I can go over the eye, but I try not to go over the pupil. We can add a little bit of color because there's a little bit of a white dot there. All right, and then for the pupil, just add a little dot of blue right there, and then I like to use the lightest shade of the true blue, kind of right in where the glasses are. And then for the shirt, I would just color darker along the bottom, and then lighter. And then of course I'm just coloring the glasses brown. I'm all done. And I think I'll skip that part. There we go. There's my little guy. And then for the airplane, you can color that red. I'm just gonna go ahead and color the glasses. It just looks unfinished. I color the glasses. That's just my first kind of coloring of this little guy, and I would generally go back and add a little more shading as I go. That gives you an idea of where to place the colors for that. Okay, so you guys, we've got a great money saver on this collection of Nellie's Choice stamps, so I'd really encourage you to check that out. As I said, we've got the items, maybe we can zoom out a little bit, Steve. We've got the items individually listed below our video where you can check those out. And don't forget for YouTube to check below the video for the link to Paper Wishes. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.